episode 29 of Trying British Foods. I live in Manhattan and I have discovered a shop that sells British food items that are not otherwise available in American stores. So I am working my way through recommendations that you all send to me. First things first, I am very excited to introduce to you the new mascot of the Trying British Foods series I just picked up today. And that, of course, would be Fairy Dishwashing Liquid. Now I see here on the front that it boasts lift action, although, you know, to be fair, I've never met a fairy who doesn't. Now, of course, obviously, I am not going to eat this because, I mean, you know, as it happens, I actually just had one this morning. So I think what I'm going to do is leave it in the background so you can see it in future episodes. But for today, I say let's just leave it up here front and center. Here, I'll just make sure that it stays in frame for the entire episode. Then for food, first I have, now we would pronounce this sherbet lemons, and actually there's an entire history on the linguistics of why the additional R has been added to the word sherbet. That's actually very interesting. So we would say sherbet lemons. I'm not sure if that has impacted you or not, actually, so I'm not entirely sure how you would pronounce this. But of course you're going to come out with something completely out of left field and be like, oh, of course we don't call those sherbet lemons. We call those oi sherbies. Lemon flavor sweets with a sherbet center. Then I have from Scotland, I'm a little scared of how to pronounce this, I'll probably get it wrong, but I'm gonna go with Nairn's oat cakes. I really like these. First of all, they describe themselves as rough oat cakes, which there's something very exciting about that. I don't know, there's something just a bit carnal about that. Two sides of product description on this box, which I really do think is worth going through so we know exactly what we're getting into with these Nairns. We've been baking in Scotland with pride and imagination since 1896. We lovingly bring together the finest quality oats from the Scottish borders with real, natural ingredients and over a century of expertise. Whether you're looking for a quick snack or something a little more substantial, our deliciously simple range has something tasty for everyone. On the other side, we believe the simple, natural goodness of oats is for everyone to enjoy. Our oat cakes are packed with mighty whole grain oats and make an easy go-to healthy lunch or snack. Get creative and discover the perfect blank canvas ready for fresh new flavors and topping ideas for any time of day. Also note here that if anyone is still confused by exactly what these are, there is a helpful note here at the bottom that says for more information, topping ideas, and snacking inspiration, you can visit nairns.com. So if you need more, it's right there online at nairns.com. For these, I am just keeping it really simple. I have just these with a bit of cheese on these. But if things get too dull, I actually do have some Coleman's mustard still, as well as some Marmite. Then I have something I've seen a lot and I'm really excited to finally get to try, is this Cumberland sauce. Now, this is interesting to me. So first of all, okay, the ingredients on the back are red currant juice, sugar, port, oranges, lemon juice, a gelling agent, and spices. Now, from what I have heard, Cumberland sauce is typically served usually a holiday setting or context. I'm a little confused by that though, because opening this up, this looks more like, I mean, we would call it a jelly, you'd probably call it a jam. So I'm not sure exactly how that would work with meats, but also it's actually irrelevant because at the moment I'm actually not really eating meats at all. So what I'm gonna do for this is just gonna try a tiny spoonful of it on its own, and then hopefully you all can send me some recommendations of the best way to serve this Cumberland sauce. Lastly, we have these, I mean, we would say Trebor mints. I'm sure you say Trebor mints. So these are extra strong peppermint. Now there is this slogan right above. It says "Own it." I'm not entirely sure what that is. It's very Lisa Rinna. But there is just a lot going on the front of these mints. We have an open mouth. We have two flexing biceps. We have a broken chain. And a fist with a star ring on it. It all just seems a bit chaotic here on the front of the Trebor mints. The sherbet lemons, individually wrapped like this. These are very good. The sherbet powder is something that we really don't utilize too much in the US, and I think it really suits this type of sweet, this lemon flavor, very well. So if you're American, never had it before, it's a sort of this very sweet kind of fizzy powder. Imagine that packed at the center of this lemon sweet. It's very good, so really like these. These are good. The Nairn's Rough Oat Cakes. These are very good. Taste very healthy. They're not quite as crunchy as I was expecting. They do kind of tend to crumble. It's also interesting to have something like this. I mean, of course we have these in America, but I mean, we don't really have anything with like really essentially no added salt whatsoever. Very plain on top, which is exactly what it's supposed to be, but these are really good. Cumberland sauce. Okay, so I'm just gonna spoon a little bit of this here. Yeah, see, this looks like a jelly, like a... Oh my God. Wow, okay, this is really, really good. Like, I can only imagine what this tastes like fresh and in the proper context. Like, if you have this in a restaurant, for example, or at a family dinner or something. This tastes incredible. It is sort of similar in taste to our cranberry sauce, but not really. I think it's actually much more, I think it's the port. The port in here, it's much spicier, has a lot more tartness, in a way that I'm actually happy to eat this on its own, but this is really, really good. I'm honestly not really thinking of an equivalent that we have in the US to this at all. So big thumbs up to the Cumberland sauce. This is really, really good. The Trebor mints. These are very chalky, very powdery. Okay. These are definitely meant to be sucked, not chewed. These are incredibly strong when you bite into them, which is what I did, not knowing any better. Really, they do the job, I'll say that. Americans watching, imagine just like a giant Altoid. That's basically what this is. A giant powdery Altoid that's incredibly powerful and tastes good. Very strong. Definitely suck these, don't bite into them. Thank you very much for the recommendations, and I'll see you next time.